You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here for Drakewing Gaming. It's Sunday night, sort of the gaming drag today. I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Roads Yet Traveled, Merrick's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. Excuse me. Has word of me not spread from the station? I kind of figured it'd be a big deal by now. Wait, am I self-absorbed for thinking that? No, I'm an alien. Aliens are cool as fuck. I guess I'll have to ask the captain next time I see her. Well, okay, do you know how long it is until they arrive? It shouldn't be much longer. I heard they successfully performed a slingshot around Merendi after refueling on Reich. Which is to say, they're close. Keep an eye out for someone in a gray uniform. That's most of the people in the damn station already. Ugh. It's fine. How big this place is, I'm pretty sure I can stay out of their way. I rub my eyes as the morning malaise slowly creeps back in. I went as I rub my sore gums. Ugh, what a morning. And it's still only, what, the 7th mark? Fuck me. Tyr seems to be feeling the same as he yawns and checks the time. Well, I'm a bit shocked that your guardians seem to be taking so long to answer their monitors. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. I'm not sure how much work I can get done today anyways. Thank you, Tyr. Of course. Despite the fact he's probably fed me bullshit for the past mark or so, his smile does afford me some rest as I lay back in my chair. I don't think Tyr would ever do anything to hurt me. Well, he at least feels somewhat responsible. I think he's trying to keep me safe in his own what... Night, babe. That explains some things. I'm a bit more upset now, but at least that clears up a few things at least. The room returns to a taciturn state as we both bathe in the awful existence of the early morning hours. Tyr looks like he's ready for another shot, while I would kill for some ibuprofen. He checks his email as we both breathe silently in the dull air. A silent minute goes by until he speaks up again. Rias? I know it's still early, but I was wondering if I could ask you a few more questions while I had you here. Huh? Again with this? What do you mean? While the captain didn't specifically put me in charge of your, let's say, mental well-being, I still believe it's important. I was just wondering how things have been going for you. And I know today might be an obvious outlier, but I was curious if you could perhaps share a bit more with me. Isn't he getting the reports the same as everyone else? Well, I guess the reports are only as good as Merrick writes them up to be, which probably leaves a lot to be desired. And I know he's been prone to ignoring certain reports in the past. What did you have in mind? Well, I've read what I can about you, Rias, but we haven't exactly had much time to converse together. Our last meeting wasn't exactly what I would call fortuitous either. It was for me. It was for me? Ay. Alright, tea is done. Alright. I only serve you so well as I know what you want, and before you say it, I know you want to go home. I'm sorry, that is not something I can promise right now. It would just help me if I knew how to help you. Ugh, I feel like I've heard that spiel before back on Earth. The help never feels all that helpful. I'm not too sure what I can ask for. I'm eating well enough. My room is fine. I enjoy living with Merrick, and the captain helped me get this uniform so I'm not dirty all the time anymore. No, I suppose it was a bit of a nebulous question. I apologize. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying your living quarters. However, I was a bit worried that when Merowyn suggested it. Were you worried for me, or of me? That thought wasn't meant to slip out like that. Ha! A bit of both, I must say. The thought of an alien living with a Karain in close quarters was worrying, to say the least. Phew, thank goodness he thought it was a joke. No, I'm glad that you've been able to get out and start learning about the station. Have you been treated fine? No one's been causing any trouble for you. I can only do so much from down here, but if there's an issue, I can make some calls. I've been alright. The crew tends to keep their distance, and I haven't been harassed or anything like that. That's good. I was worried about something like that may happen. Karain can be quick to judge at times. But if you're all right, then there's no need to worry. I'm sure your guardians can take care of you well enough. They've been great. Yeah. I've even had a chance to meet some of their coworkers. It's been interesting. They're more like humans than I'm sure either of us would like to acknowledge. Ha! It seems we may be. Better or for worse, I've yet to fully decide. And your new position, has that been suiting you well? It keeps my mind off things. It's better than sitting around all day, at least. Yes, well, I trust you'll make the best of it. There's only so much you can do out on your own. For now. Of course. Well, I'm glad to hear that things have been alright since last we met. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, though. Were you alright that day? You seemed a bit, well, quieter than usual. What do you mean? I don't mean to be rude, Rias. It's just you seemed a bit less grounded than our previous meetings. I turned to check on you at one point, and you were staring at the floor with such a blank expression. I was thinking of stopping the meeting, but you seemed to snap out of it. I'm sure it's mostly a stress response, but have you noticed anything similar? I'm sure we could get Dr. Senna to look into it for you. Among the other things he should check on. Thinking back on that day, nothing concrete crosses my mind. I mean, I was totally freaking out that morning, but by the time I got into our office, I was mostly okay. I can't say I do. Maybe I just forgot? You forgot? Well, it's something to keep an eye on. Nothing good can come from that. Oh, speaking of forgetting, I was meaning to ask again. Did you remember why you came down here this morning? It was quite the shock finding you how I did. Look at me, talking about how forgetting things and only bringing this up now. No, I was... Pale eyes cut through my consciousness as I reached for where the thought should be. I was... There's nothing to be gleaned here. Forget, while it still lets you. I forgot. His expression is slow to change. Confusion blooms into sudden abject horror in the span of a wing beat, only barely subsiding as he ekes out his words. You forgot? Rias, are you sure you're alright? Can you tell me where you are? I'm in your office on the Icoroid 2. Okay, and can you tell me what you were doing this morning before we met? There's something there, tangible moments of fear and pain. I remember those. They're ingrained into my flesh, sorted malignant trophies of a battle I lost. Pieces of it come back to me as I find more and more clues to grasp onto. A bruised arm, a cut leg, a broken tooth. Tear visibly recoils as I pull it out of my pocket. I stare at the bloody stump and it comes back to me. I thought I saw something. You saw something? What was it? A lure, a ghost, a mascot? Perhaps that didn't translate well. Could you say that one more time? It was a mascot. I know it was. Why is it so damn hard for me to remember? I grasp the sides of my head as a slight headache begins to come on. When did I start raising my voice? Rias, please calm down. It's quite alright. I'm here. There are no station mascots, so I'm not sure what you could have seen. Perhaps it was a wayward crew member. Had you seen them before? Seen them? Wait, I hadn't I? A mockery of a crowd. No two words sound even of flesh. I think I have. It was thrumming and beating and mechanical and melodic and wrong. It was in a dream. It wasn't worth turning to face it. I won't see it. It's not worth turning to face it. They won't let me see it. Rias? Rias, are you alright? Is something wrong? Surely this isn't translating correctly. A million broken voices shattered and wrong, all singing joy as my heart stops. How could I forget about you? Oh, by the void, what's happening? My skin writhes as my mind goes blank. Words unspoken translate across static airwaves. Something's wrong. He's here. What is it? There's no one here, it's just us. My lips are moving, but I am not. Professor, I remember now. What is it? Are you okay? Damn it, Merylwyn, answer your monitor! I've lost control of my life. I know why I came down here. I wanted to talk to you. Okay, let's talk. What do you need? I remember so much. Things I never even learned. Words that I couldn't have heard. I wished never to be spoken. Sounds that I can't form with my rotten tongue. But maybe I could. If it just weren't for that one thing. Oof. That awful thing staring back at me in the mirror. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. Immediately I start sobbing, falling against Tyr's cold desk as I hold my head in my hands. What is happening? Slamming the desk does nothing but hurt my already sore body. Oh no, Rias, please, calm down. He steps behind me and puts a paw to my back. I wouldn't have taken him for one to console, but it's the best I can get right now. As awful as it was, I can't let it fade. I have to remember this time. The songs, the chants, all lost to the static. What happened to me? What I saw? It seems to be sticking. For now. I grip my hands so hard I worry I'm going to bleed. The scars will live on as a memory, even if my mind cannot. Although I know to the Karain, even scars are temporary. My breath starts to slow and cool. The taste of bile slick on my tongue. Tyr frantically bounces around the room, offering me water and checking his monitor. Pulling myself up, I make eye contact with him, barely breathing through ragged breaths. I think something is wrong with me. He takes a quick look around the room before returning to his desk. Rias, I will do what I can to help you, but I need to know. What just happened? I don't know. I saw something. Something I had seen before, but only in a dream. And your memory problem, is this related? It must be. I think this happened more than once now. I think you were right about that meeting with the captain. I don't think I was just zoning out. I must have just forgotten it all. Have you ever heard of anything like this? Memory loss, hallucinations, possible somnambulism. It could be, well, they're technically all symptoms of extreme stress, but what you're undergoing. Can you recall anything else? Can I? My mind is a mess right now. Adrenaline still coursing through me, hampering any and all logical thought. I still want to run. I still want to hide. I might have heard voices, but I can't remember what they said. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!